So imagine, you're driving down the road and you're waiting for an important text. You receive said text, you reach over and you pick up your cell phone and begin to read the text. You have just become distracted from the road, and BAM! You just hit something. It might have been a trash can, mailbox, anything really. Or it could have been a family that you just killed. Today I will show you through some facts and statistics that texting while driving should be against the law everywhere with stiffer penalties. First, let's begin with some statistics about texting and driving. Found on CDC.gov, 31% of U.S. drivers ages 18 to 64 reported that they had read or sent a text within 30 days of being surveyed while they were driving. Now, say that was out of 100 people. That was potential 31 accidents that could have happened from the distraction of cell phone use while driving. Now, teens who text and drive spend 10% out of their lane. That's quite a bit of time when you think about it. I have personally been ran off the road and nearly rear-ended by people that have been distracted by cell phone use while driving. The minimum time it takes for someone to read a text is 5 seconds. In that 5 seconds, if you were driving at 55 miles per hour, you would travel the length of a football field without even looking at the road. A study performed by Car and Driver magazine that was found on GPSsystems.net compared braking results between normal driving, paying attention, driving while reading a text, and texting while driving. The reaction time between normal driving and texting while driving was startling. At 35 miles per hour, the baseline, the normal driver, stopped 35 feet sooner than that of driver 2, who was texting. That's going a little faster than the normal community speed limits, but no one would be able to react fast enough to avoid a collision, or even a child that's running out into the road to get a ball. So, now let's look at some of the state laws, or lack thereof, of texting and driving. According to CBSNews.com, there are 4 states that don't even have laws on texting and driving, which are Arizona, South Carolina, South Dakota, and Montana. I don't think I'd feel safe driving around in those states. There are 15 other states that only have bans on new drivers and bus drivers, so I guess in those 15 states, all other drivers are safe texting and driving. It's okay. I wouldn't be. There's another 5 states that have fines for texting and driving under $100. The lowest being California at just $20. I guess these states don't value the life of another person. What I'm getting at here is that there needs to be U.S.-wide bans on texting and driving, and the penalties need to be more stringent. I mean, look at California. Why not text and drive when all I have to do is pay a lousy $20? Or even one of the 4 states that don't even have laws against it. So now I'm going to tell you about some tragic stories about some people that were fatally injured by texting and that I found on BusinessInsider.com. The first one is Eric Okerblom, that was an avid cyclist. He completed his first marathon when he was 16 years old. A teenager driving 60 miles per hour was distracted on her cell phone while Eric was out on one of his cycling. And she hit and killed him. Then there's Taylor Sawyer, another fatality from texting. She was driving down a highway in Idaho going 80 miles an hour. She was sending Facebook messages every 10 seconds. She was killed when she ran into the back of a tanker truck because she was distracted. The last story I want to tell you about is Kaylee Ann Murray. She was only 2 years old when she and her mom were walking back from a play date. They started to cross an intersection when a teenager came barreling down the road. The teen was distracted by texting and didn't see them. The teen hit both of them. Callie's mom was critically injured. But poor Callie, yeah, she didn't make it. Although I've only told you 3 stories about texting and driving, there are thousands more. And although most of them were about teens, there are other ones that are about adults, grown adults texting and driving, distracted from the road. Now that I've told you some of the facts about texting and driving, I will remind you of why texting and driving should be against the law U.S.-wide and have more severe punishment. I've gave you facts on texting and driving, such as it takes 5 seconds to read a text and that you would travel the length of a football field while doing so. I've also told you some stories of what happens when somebody texts and drives. To wrap this up, I would like to say, please, don't text and drive. Keep our families safe. Teach your teens that it's not a good idea and it's unsafe for them and others. And next time you're driving down the road and you get a text and you think about reaching for that phone, remember little Callie.